Hurricane Melissa devastates Jamaica, and the Seventh-day Adventist Church intensifies relief task force. Voluntary partnership transforms rural school in Zambia and expands access to education in Africa. Youth from Australia and New Zealand lead First Adventist Congress in Egypt. Stay tuned for these stories and more now on ANN. Welcome to ANN. In Australia, a spiritual retreat brought together participants for a weekend of renewal. The meeting also raised funds to support a children's project in Cambodia.
The Reset, women's retreat in northern New South Wales, has turned spiritual renewal into practical support for vulnerable children in Cambodia. Organized by the Women's Ministries Department of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in northern New South Wales, the retreat raised around $20,000 for the Night Care for Little Ones program, an Asian aid initiative providing nighttime care for children living in prostitution areas. Funds were collected through offerings, food sales, and an art auction featuring pieces donated by female artists. Support for night care has been a priority throughout 2024, with a commitment to continue in 2025. Around 140 women attended the retreat under the theme Chosen, taking part in worship, workshops, and times of fellowship. Speaker Yvonne Hippolyte shared messages aligned with the theme, while local Women's Ministries Director Beryl Landers led a presentation titled The Wardrobe of the Chosen, illustrated with a runway of banners representing Christian virtues. The program also included activities for young people aged 13 to 25 and a 24-hour prayer tent for personal reflection. The final event on the calendar, the Reset Day Conference, will be held at Avondale Adventist University, where leaders hope to expand the financial impact and help fully fund a night care center in Cambodia.
In the Inter-American region, leaders and pastors of the Seventh-day Adventist Church gathered to celebrate the conclusion of the annual pastoral certification program. The event was broadcast live from Miami, United States.
In the Inter-American Division, a special celebration has marked the conclusion of the pastoral certification program. The gathering brought together, in person and online, hundreds of pastors, their spouses, and church administrators. The event closed a multi-year initiative focused on strengthening pastoral families in leadership, spiritual life, and mission. Speakers emphasized perseverance, humility, and trust in God's calling to ministry. Leaders also honored pastors and administrators who completed the certification and paid tribute to those retiring after decades of service, among them the Henry, Johnson, Iglesias, and Ferreira families, recognized for their significant contribution to the mission in Inter-America. During the program, administrators outlined the ministerial vision for the next 5 years, with an emphasis on strengthening local leadership, spiritual mentoring, and unity among pastors, encouraging healthy relationships and mutual support in ministry. On this occasion, new leaders were introduced at the headquarters in youth ministries, personal ministries, Sabbath school, the Associate Secretariat, and Women's, Children's, and Adolescents Ministries, renewing the team and bringing fresh perspectives for mission across the territory. The program concluded with a moment of intercessory prayer for retired leaders, new appointees, and all pastors, including those serving in regions recently impacted by Hurricane Melissa.
Leaders, pastors, and communicators from the United Kingdom, Ireland, and the Netherlands participated in the Connect ED25 conference, Faith, Technology, and the Future of Evangelization. The meeting held at Newbold College highlighted how the digital environment can strengthen the mission of the Adventist Church in the region.
Promoted by the Communication and Media Department of the South England Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, in partnership with the Ministry and Mission Center of Newbold College, the event focused on digital discipleship and media ministry. The conference opened with Pastor Joe Philpott, who introduced the concept of digital discipleship and reminded participants that modern platforms can function as new pulpits to proclaim the gospel. Next, Dr. Soren Petrov explored the relationship between faith, technology, and society, setting the stage for a series of 8 TED-style presentations. Speakers addressed key themes for digital ministry, including the use of artificial intelligence in mission, the importance of authenticity to prevent faith from becoming a product, the role of Christian music in online outreach, the ethical challenges of AI, best design practices to strengthen visual impact, and the use of WhatsApp as a tool for pastoral care and community connection. In the afternoon, participants joined practical workshops led by the presenters, putting the morning's ideas into practice. The event concluded with an interactive panel on the challenges of digital evangelism, the tension between public and private spaces online, and how to give Generation Z a stronger voice in church communication. Panelists agreed that community must remain at the center of any digital strategy, and emphasized that, to stay relevant, the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the UK and surrounding region must see the digital environment not only as a tool, but as a mission field guided by the Holy Spirit.
Next, you will follow the timeline of ADRA's humanitarian work. The following video, produced by ADRA Canada, presents the agency's actions in response to crises and disasters around the world, as well as development projects that are transforming lives and entire communities. Young volunteers from Australia and New Zealand helped lead the first Youth Congress in Egypt. The meeting brought together more than 200 participants and marked a special moment of unity, service, and spiritual strengthening in the country.
The event was organized in partnership with the administrative region of Egypt and Sudan, along with Vic Youth, the youth ministry of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Australia. Under the theme, Let Faith Flow from the Nile to the Nations, the program featured worship services, workshops, panel discussions, interactive activities, and creative moments. Among the guests were leaders from the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the South Pacific region, who joined local leaders in mentoring and encouraging the youth. Throughout the Congress, 8 young people expressed a desire to be baptized or to begin Bible studies. Australian leaders reported that lives were touched and hearts transformed as young Australians, Egyptians, and Sudanese came together. Volunteers also shared impactful experiences of living out their faith in a different cultural context. For many, fellowship with local Christians brought a new perspective on commitment, courage, and personal testimony. Moments of prayer, music, communion, and mutual support left a deep impression on participants, who described the Congress as a God-guided experience they will not soon forget.
Let's go to Zambia, where a visit to a well built by Maranatha Volunteers International brought deep memories to the president of the Adventist Church in the South African and Indian Ocean region, Harrington Agomwa. The moment revealed personal connections and the lasting impact of missionary work.
The Maranatha delegation visited a community near Chipata, Zambia, to inspect a recently drilled well and follow up on the construction of a new church. Seeing the well in operation and watching village children play nearby, an Adventist leader, a Kombwa, remembered his own childhood in a similar rural community marked by poverty and limited opportunities. He emphasized how education and the gospel message transformed his life, taking him from rural Zambia to leadership roles in the worldwide Seventh-day Adventist Church. The visit underscored the importance of Maranatha's work in the region. Through donations and volunteer labor, the organization builds wells, schools, and churches to serve rapidly growing communities. In an area with long dry seasons and scarce resources, access to clean water is often the first step in supporting families and strengthening the church's presence. Delegates also visited the local church building site, where walls have already been raised and temporary benches are in place. Residents shared their desire to complete the project, noting that doors and windows are still needed. Inside the unfinished structure, the group joined in a spontaneous moment of praise, singing "Jesus Loves Me," a simple act that deeply moved those present. Maranatha leaders encouraged the community to keep praying and stay engaged in the process, affirming that this is only the beginning of a story of faith and perseverance.
In the South Pacific, more than 1,500 Pathfinders from the 3 regions of New South Wales, Australia, gathered for the first time at a joint state camp. During a week, children and youth participated in outdoor activities, cultivated new friendships, and strengthened the unity among the clubs.
With the theme Fearless in Faith, a recent Pathfinder camp brought the biblical story of Esther to life for hundreds of young people. Guest speaker Pastor Buzi Kumalo, youth director of the General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, challenged attendees to embrace their spiritual mission with courage. Daily messages, presentations, and small group discussions created an atmosphere for personal commitment. As a result, more than 330 Pathfinders requested baptism, and many others asked to begin Bible studies. The camp also encouraged interaction among clubs. A market day allowed each group to raise funds for their local programs by selling homemade products at individual booths. Another highlight was a statewide pin trading initiative, which helped Pathfinders make new friends and strengthen a sense of community across different regions. According to leaders, the goal was to unite young people and break down barriers. Participants visited each other's campsites, shared meals, and formed genuine friendships. Some clubs traveled up to 12 hours to attend, but said the effort was worth it. For many youth, it was a life-changing experience. For organizers, a milestone that underscored the power of unity and shared mission.
Welcome back. In Jamaica, Hurricane Melissa devastated entire communities. The Seventh-day Adventist Church and ADRA continue to be on the front lines, helping those impacted by the natural disaster.
Hurricane Melissa struck Jamaica with full force, destroying homes, flooding churches, and tearing roofs from buildings, leaving many communities without power or water. In the west of the island, 5 members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church lost their lives. The destruction has been especially severe in rural areas, where many families remain far from any sense of normalcy. Volunteers and church leaders describe the devastation as some of the worst they have ever seen. They are moving through the hardest-hit areas to support residents facing shortages of basic services and major communication difficulties. In many locations, roads remain blocked by mud and fallen trees, slowing access and underscoring the need for ongoing support. ADRA, the humanitarian agency of the Adventist Church, has established a sustained emergency response. Trained volunteers are delivering food, water, hot meals, and hygiene kits, while also assessing needs house by house. Cleaning brigades and support centers set up in local churches are helping families who have lost everything. Adventist leaders from Jamaica and from the Inter-American Division, of which the country is a part, have visited the most affected areas to monitor the response, pray with residents, and reaffirm the church's commitment to long-term reconstruction. Pastors serving in these communities report that many people are traumatized, yet even among the rubble, they continue to gather for prayer. Recovery is expected to take months. International partners and Jamaicans living abroad are sending resources to strengthen the response, while volunteers continue to deliver aid to the hardest-hit regions. Leaders say their priority is to safeguard dignity and keep hope alive until life can stabilize once again.
To support ongoing relief efforts, donations can be made to ADRA Jamaica at give.adra.org. An Adventist school in rural Zambia is reaching hundreds of children across the region.
The handover of keys at the Mission School Hall in rural Lusaka, Zambia, meant far more than a formal ceremony. For more than 1,500 students used to studying in precarious conditions, it marked a turning point in their education. In Zambia, 23% of children in rural areas are out of school, and those who do attend often face overcrowded classrooms and a lack of basic infrastructure. That reality began to change when Maranatha Volunteers International joined the project. With support from donors and volunteers, the school received 8 new classrooms, each equipped with desks and chairs. A new well now provides clean water for the campus, and newly built housing is helping keep teachers in the community. Government representatives say Maranatha's work complements official efforts and supports the goal that no child should have to study on the floor. For students, the impact is immediate. Inongsh, an 11th grader, says he can now concentrate better in class. Emmanuel, in 9th grade, believes the improved learning environment will help him pursue his dream of becoming a pilot. Local authorities note that the partnership is helping to reduce a regional deficit of 440 classrooms, and leaders of the Seventh-day Adventist Church emphasize that beyond physical expansion, the hope is to strengthen both the educational and spiritual mission of the school.
The state government of Bolivar, Colombia, honored young Adventists for their work in peace projects and community service. The authorities recognized the social impact of youth clubs in vulnerable areas. This is the first time the government has presented such an award.
The recognition was presented in Cartagena during a religious event promoted by the Bolivar state government. Authorities highlighted the work of adventurer, pathfinder, and youth leader clubs, which carry out social initiatives, support families, and prepare young people to serve their communities. Adventist leaders received the tribute and affirmed that Adventist youth will continue working in the most vulnerable regions. For the state government, the program is a key partner in promoting peace and social development.
In the United States, an essential camp for retreats and spiritual activities was threatened due to many years without proper maintenance. A group of volunteers from Maranatha took on the recovery of the structures and involved students in the work.
A group of volunteers from Maranatha Volunteers International concluded a project at Camp Laraweld in early October. This Seventh-day Adventist summer camp in Maine is a beautiful place to encounter God. It sits on 200 acres with nearly 1,000 feet of shoreline on Lake Webb. Unfortunately, Camp Laraweld operates with minimal funds for maintenance. This makes upkeep difficult and improvements nearly impossible. Maranatha volunteers helped solve Laraweld's problem by providing free labor. They installed concrete piers to support cabin foundations. These replaced unstable cinder blocks and were an important safety upgrade. The team also restored picnic tables, did landscaping, and chopped and hauled firewood. For several days, adult volunteers were joined by 42 students from Richmond Adventist Academy. The high schoolers worked hard, learning from experienced team members on the project. Maranatha volunteers have been providing vital upgrades at Camp Laraweld since 2020. Past projects have resulted in renovated cabins and bathhouses and have marked a positive turning point for the camp and its facilities. Maranatha Volunteers International, a supporting ministry of the Adventist Church, mobilizes volunteers to build churches, schools, water wells, and other urgently needed structures around the world, including North America. Each year, Maranatha works with organizations in the United States and Canada to provide volunteer labor for various construction or renovation projects at summer camps and retreat centers, schools, and churches. Work ranges from renovations of existing buildings to new construction and saves thousands of dollars in labor costs.
We continue the Incredible Wonders series from Hope Media Spain. In this episode, science takes us inside the human body, where each cell holds a code so vast that when added together spans billions of kilometers.
The biological systems that enable our incredible physical abilities are truly remarkable. In closing this brief journey into the molecular realm, let's calculate the amount of DNA that is packaged so efficiently in our cells. Using conservative estimates, if we multiply 8 meters of DNA by 3 trillion cells, each containing a complete set of genetic information, we end up with over 5 trillion meters of DNA. That's nearly 5,500,000,000 kilometers of DNA stored and processed within the cells of just one human being. Understanding such a large number requires some context, so consider this. The Sun is about 150 million kilometers away from Earth, with 5,500,000,000 kilometers of DNA packed into our cells. Each of us has enough genetic code to travel from Earth to the Sun and back. More than 18 times. The way our DNA is organized and packaged is just one of the many incredible biological wonders that make life possible. Every cell in the body relies on a complex network of molecular machines that function together in perfect harmony. Many of these mechanisms are too tiny to examine without advanced technology, yet each one clearly reflects the remarkable vision and skill of a designer. The implications are clear. Human beings are more than just the random result of time, chemical reactions, and unplanned natural processes. We are so much more. You formed my innermost being. You wove me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am wonderfully and uniquely made.
In the next episode, we will conclude the Incredible Wonders series, celebrating the greatness of life and the power of the Creator through science and faith. This was the news this week from ANN. To learn more about the Seventh-day Adventist Church, visit adventist.org For more news, visit adventist.news. Until next time, God bless.